He put the guarantee out. All right, so I think for our team, it's good to finally have everybody back a little bit closer to being themselves. I think Lakeem's back in practice. It was good to see him out on the floor, and Bruce seems to be moving a little bit better. And when that happens, it makes you better because practice is better, and we really feel like one of the real challenges we've had over the last several weeks, we haven't been able to get better in practice, and I think we've seen some signs of that this week, whether it was Monday before the Ole Miss game or Thursday as well. And so for us, our focus is the same as it's always been. Let's keep getting better and go out and compete and put ourselves in a position to have a chance to win. And I think that is going to be a key for us heading on the road. I think it'll be the same as it was. Lakeem is back, but he's only going to have 2 practices under his belt, and obviously Malik Cook is playing really well, and so I think that especially with us feeling like outside of the Kentucky game, going back to the second half of the Georgia game, we feel like we've been playing a little bit better. Then we want to keep going with what's been pretty good for us.
Is Lakeem limited at all because of practice or not being 100%?
Yeah, well, he just hasn't practiced in terms of physically. I mean, he's full go and out there doing everything everybody else is doing. But so much of his game is about the driving and the slashing and sort of the kind of a rhythm player that way that it's impossible to expect that he would be as good as he could be. And so we'll work him back in, and he may do great when he gets out there, but our anticipation is to move forward, understanding that it's going to be hard for him to be his best.
With Bruce dealing with his calf, is there an expectation for him to do some other things to help the team instead of just scoring? Obviously, he remains scoring practice.
Yeah, I thought he did that Tuesday. I thought that Bruce brought us a tremendous presence. I mean, you're talking about a young man that's probably one of the 3 or 4 best freshman point guards in the country, and of those guys is being asked to do and has more expected of him because of our situation than maybe any of the other guys. And I think he did that, on Tuesday. I think he came out and even though he didn't score great, he was a presence for us. We had a lot of big shots and plays made in that second half because Bruce Ellington, coming off a ball screen or penetrating, drew a lot of attention, from the Ole Miss defenders and left people wide open all the way down to the shot that sealed it by Sam, where Bruce got in the paint and everybody's running after him and he tosses it back. And so I think he is doing that for us, and I think as he feels like he gets his explosiveness back, the scoring will come with that a little bit, and then that'll be a real positive.
When your team goes through a losing streak and then you win to end it, is there a sense that maybe that kind of loosens the team up? Maybe they're playing tight when they're losing, and then all of a sudden they get that kind of the monkey off their back, and then they kind of loosen up. I mean, do you see that all, or is that just us kind of making something out of it?
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think especially when you're dealing, with youth. One of the things that helped us Tuesday night, for whatever reason, as I talked about after the game, is we got back to just playing the next play and not worrying about everything that was going on, good or bad. And we saw that throughout the game. We get down 8, and then we go up 14, and then they tie it up. But our guys played the same no matter what, and that's the same thing you saw from us. When we beat the Clemsons and the Vanderbilts and the Floridas. Those games were all similar that way, and they weren't easy and they didn't go our way. But our guys just kept playing, and that's really what we're trying to build ultimately long term and instill in these guys. And I think when you've got character guys like we do, and you can get back to that, then you're going to have a good response. So I think the win definitely helped alleviate some of that, and also maybe prove that when we do play that way, a little bit looser or freer, then we've got a chance to be better and have a better chance to win.
What do you expect from the effort from Georgia? A lot of people have them as kind of a bubble team. I would assume they kind of play desperate. Maybe this is a must-win for them. I mean, obviously you want to win every game, but when you go into that environment, what are you expecting on Saturday?
I mean, the same thing that we see every night in the SEC. I mean, this would be like the 7th game we've had in league play where the other team's got to have it. They've lost 3 in a row. They're on the bubble. They've got to win 1 on the road. I mean, that's part of being in league play. And, I think people, look at our roster and see our youth and think, boy, that's the game for them. So, we're much more worried about ourselves right now and how we go out and play.
What lessons do you think
team's taken away from the 9-point first half during the first meeting with Georgia?
Yeah, I don't think much of anything. Like I said, that is a total fluke. As I said before, I've been involved in 500 games as a player or coach, and in a long time in Division I, and never been a part of that. So I don't think we take a lot from it, other than the fact that we scored 47 in the second half, and so anything can happen if you keep playing.
You think they put it behind them?
Yeah, no question. All right, thanks.